Can you bring me some medicine, please? Thank you. Thank you. This is going to help me so much. Okay, I think you brought me the wrong tart because some of it's missing. But I thought I only had one tart for medicine. Did you eat my tart? Did you have any of my tart? But there's a piece missing out of here. Do you see that piece missing out of here? Did you eat my tart? Okay. Do you think the kids ate the tart? No. The kids don't eat anything I make. They're kids. They don't eat what I make. They don't eat vegetables. They don't eat the baked stuff. They don't eat anything. So, and we don't have a dog, and we don't have a cat, so the only person that could have eaten my tart was you. Are you against me now? Don't you want me to feel better? But I'm not going to feel better with a quarter of my tart missing. It's not effective. This is not effective on this during this time of the month if I don't have a whole tart. So you know what that means? That means that I am going to have to go into that kitchen and go in the stove and turn it on. And I'm going to have to make another tart. Is that really what you wanted from me? Well, you did it because you ate my tart. Now look what you did. You made me cry. You ate my tart. I am going to show you how to make the most decadent, delicious, out of this world chocolate tart you have ever tasted in your entire life. It's my mocha cream cheese tart, and it is so good, and it's so simple to make. All you need is 4 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese that you have brought to room temperature, and just put it into a saucepan and kind of let it melt in there. Take your whisk and just kind of break it up, even though we already cut it up. Just kind of break it up and try not to make a mess. Get it nice and creamy. See how it's melting down? And then you want to take 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream that you're just going to whisk into that Philadelphia cream cheese. 3/4 of a cup of just regular old sugar. And then here's the magic ingredient. One of the magic ingredients, aside from the Philadelphia cream cheese, is some instant espresso powder. It totally brings out the flavor of the chocolate and just gives it that nice, delicious mocha flavor. I'm going to put in 3/4 of a tablespoon of instant espresso powder and just mix it up. Bring that to just under a boil, and then we're going to pour it over our chocolate chips. Our heavy cream cheese mixture is just at almost a boil. The bubbles are coming up around the edges, but the whole thing's not boiling yet, and that is just perfect. I'm going to turn off the heat. We're going to come over here, and I'm going to pour it into a bowl of semi-sweet chocolate chips, just a whole bag, just dump a whole bag in there, and just pour it over there and let it be for about 5 minutes. That's going to melt the chocolate chips, and when that's done, we're going to stir it up, and we're going to put it in a pie shell. And it just so happens that some nice little elves already made my pie shell for me. You can certainly make it yourself, but this was in the grocery store and it was calling my name, so I bought it. But just so it just doesn't scream, I didn't make this pie shell myself, I'm going to take this silver thing off after it comes out of the freezer. This has been sitting here for 5 minutes, and the heavy cream and the cream cheese just melted the chocolate chips. So all you do is just stir it up, whisk it up with a whisk, and you're making a nice ganache that we're going to pour into our chocolate pie crust. Mix it up until it's nice and smooth and there's no more lumps in it. Perfect. And then all you do is pour it in, and you have an instant delicious dessert. However, we still need to let it set up. So we're going to put it in the freezer for about 45 minutes. Normally you could make this a couple days in advance and just put it in the refrigerator to let it set. But since we have to have this done in under an hour, we are going to put it in the freezer and it'll be good to go in 45 minutes. It's time to get our tart out of the freezer. It has been in there for 45 minutes and it is nice and set. And you just want to take off that pretty little pie tin. If I can get it off here. We don't need that. We just need our monthly medicine. And you just cut it. Oh my goodness gracious, so good. And a little tiny piece. You don't need to cut it into 8 pieces because it's so rich and it's so evil and it's so good. And you know what? There is nothing wrong with eating it right here on this cutting board. Because that's how I roll. This will cure any ailment that you have. I should probably just rename it to like medicine pie or something. So good. So decadent. You get a big old glass of milk to go with it. Thanks for watching. It's Leslie Green, the Hungry Housewife, here in Tampa, Florida. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.